Welcome to Mortgage MarketSmart. Today we are going to review the broker profile. So from our welcome screen, we are going to click on the profiles tile. While the profiles tile loads, we're going to click on the three lines at the top in order to make this menu on the left-hand side uh, to hide it, to make it disappear. All right, and from here we are going to go to our broker profile. So I click on the broker profile, and just like the other profiles, I'm going to select a market. Let's do Atlanta. And let's do a time period. I'm going to do 2025. And from here, we can go to the broker selector. So once I do that, underneath, we are going to see the top brokers in Atlanta for 2025. We have their names, their locations, their production in units and dollars, their average loan sizes, and then we are able to see the percent of production in MMCTs, which stands for majority minority census tracts, or majority Black census tracts, MBCTs, MHCTs for majority Hispanic, majority Black or Hispanic, and majority Asian census tracts. So you can compare PennyMac against other brokers and against the market average, which is this first line in bold. You can then also see the percent of production in low to moderate income or LMI census tracts, in CRA or Community Reinvestment Act census tracts. You can see the breakdown of mix relative to purchase, refi, and equity units, mix with regard to purchase, refi, and equity dollars. And then if I keep scrolling to the right, I can see the percent of government and conventional. So conforming, jumbo, FHA, VA, and so on. We have some LTVs. And then we have the number of LOs they've worked with, other lenders they've worked with, listing agents they've worked with, and buyer agents they've worked with. So at any time, I can save this information by hovering my mouse on the table and then going to the top right and clicking on the share button and selecting Excel. Now from here, I can also do some more research. So if, for example, I wanted to find out more about Nexa, I would come up here to the dropdown, select Broker of Interest, select Nexa, and hit Apply. And now I can go to the Activity tab. This will give me a summary of what Nexa did specifically. So you can see the same production, units, and dollars, and then the breakdown by transaction type, by loan type, and by census tract type. And then on the right-hand side, we have a map. We can zoom in by hovering our mouse on top of the map and then using the scroll wheel to scroll up and pull it so we can see their production by county. Then we can go to the Relationships tab and see the loan officers they worked with in Atlanta in 2025, the lenders they worked with. And then if we go to the loans export, we'll be able to see that we have found 343 records associated with Nexa, and each row represents one of those records. So you can see the address, the mortgage amount, the LTV, and then the interest rate, and the loan officer that brokered the loan. And you can scroll over and find some other information, such as the lender name, the seller name, the buyer name, and so on. Again, you can elect to save this by clicking on the little share button and selecting Excel. When you are done doing your research on Nexa, you can always come back to the broker selector, remove Nexa from the Select Broker of Interest dropdown by clicking on this little button with the filter slash, and you are back to the original table. and rinse and repeat as desired. Thanks for watching today's video about profiles, specifically the broker profile. See you next time.